Hello students, let us continue atomic structure. In this part we are going to discuss about structure of atom and valencies. As you can see, the three-dimensional structure of an atom, a bunch of protons and neutrons in the center in purple, and the in blue you can see electrons revolving around the nucleus in the fixed orbits. Modern atomic theory says all matter is composed of atoms. Atoms cannot be subdivided, created, or destroyed in ordinary chemical reactions. However, these changes can occur in nuclear reactions. Atoms of an element have a characteristic average mass which is unique to that element. Atoms of any element differ in properties from atoms of other element. That means atoms of a particular element, they have fixed properties and restricted to that particular element itself, and to gain stability they react with other atoms of other elements or same elements. According to Bohr, the first shell, that is K, can contain a maximum of 2 electrons. The L shall contain a maximum of 8 electrons. M can contain 18, and N 32, and so on. Is given by the formula 2n square that we have already studied in the previous modules. Next, how many electrons per shell? Now, although we have got the information from the formula 2n square, but the first shell holds a maximum of 2 electrons. Second holds a maximum of 8 electrons, and third shell holds a maximum of 8 electrons as well, because the third and the second shell are outermost shells and penultimate shell that we have already discussed in the previous module, that the outermost shell, in order to become stable, wants to complete its octet, that is, have 8 electrons in its outermost shell. Next, moving on to atomic structure, the example of calcium is given over here, which proves what I said earlier, that because the outer shell cannot have more than 8, that is therefore the 19th and 20th electron of calcium goes to the fourth shell, even though the third shell is not full as per Bohr's rule, that is 2n square formula. Next, we are going to see some structure. This is the structure of hydrogen shown over here, having one proton and no neutron in the center, the nucleus, and electrons revolving around it in the K shell. And other shells are empty because it has only one electron in it, along with one proton. Next, we are going to see the helium atom with 2 electrons and 2 protons. It also has 2 neutrons in the nucleus. The electrons revolving around the nucleus in K shell itself, because K can have a maximum of 2 electrons. Next, we are having example of oxygen, which is having 8 protons and 8 neutrons in the nucleus, and 8 electrons revolving around the nucleus. In K we are having only 2, and in L shell the remaining 6. Fluorine, atomic number 9, contains 9 protons and 9 electrons. Neon is having 10 atomic number, so it is having 10 protons and 10 neutrons. 2 electrons in the outermost shell, 2 electrons in the K shell, and 8 in the outermost shell. Sodium, it's atomic number 11, so it's having 11 protons, 11 electrons, whereas there is having 12 neutrons in the nucleus. Chlorine, it is having 17 protons and 18 neutrons and 17 electrons revolving around its nucleus in K, L, and M shell respectively. It's 2, 8 and 7. Then moving on to potassium. There is 19 proton and 20 neutrons. Calcium is having 20 protons and 20 electrons. Now you move on to electronic configuration. These are of electronic configuration of first 20 elements. There is hydrogen only one because having only one electron. Lithium 2 1. Sorry, helium we missed out 2, then lithium 2 1, beryllium 2 2, then boron 2 3, carbon 2 4, nitrogen 2 5, oxygen 2 6, fluorine 2 7, neon is having 10 electrons, so 2 8. Similarly, till calcium, which is having 2 8 8 2 as its electronic configuration, the distribution of electrons in various shells. Now, valency. The combining capacity of the atoms to form molecules, either the same or different elements, is defined as valency. This is the combining capacity of various atoms. Example of sodium has been given, which has one electron in its outermost shell, so the valency of sodium is 1. Now, valence electrons. The electrons present in the outermost shell of an atom are known as valence electrons. Valence electrons are important because, first, the valence electrons decide the reactivity of an element. So it is very important to note over here that the valence electrons are responsible for chemical reactions. And number 2 is the valence electrons decide the manner in which an atom form a bond with another atom, that is going to form electrovalent bond or covalent bond, that we are going to study in the next module. These are a list of some elements along with their valency. Hydrogen 1, helium 0 because it has completed its doublet. Lithium 1, beryllium 2, boron 3. These all valencies are depending upon the number of valence electrons that they possess in their outermost shell. So moving on, carbon is having 4, nitrogen 3, oxygen 2, and so on and so forth. We have potassium 1, calcium 2. We will continue with chemical bonding in the next module. Thank you.